Have you ever woken before dawn, heart pounding, and reached for your phone as if it held the answer to why your life feels so murky? You watch the blue light illuminate faces, living perfectly curated days. Sunrise yoga, flawless work presentations, elegant dinners. You feel your chest tighten as a wave of comparison crashes in. Why am I still so unsure? Why do I feel like I'm falling behind before I even begin? That question echoes through the minds of millions in their 20s and 30s. Yet most of us keep it secret. We scroll, we compare, and we craft carefully edited versions of ourselves to broadcast to the world. Inside, we're anxious, confused, and terrified that everyone else is moving faster, climbing higher, and living with more certainty. Today, in the next 20 minutes, we'll trace this invisible crisis of modern adulthood from its first spark, the social media comparison trap, all the way to a breakthrough, a fresh way to define success based on your own terms. By the end, you'll see that you're not alone, and you'll walk away with practical steps to replace fear with purpose and self-doubt with self-discovery. Act 1. Falling into the comparison trap. Picture yourself on a quiet Sunday morning. The world outside your window is still, but inside you, the gears of self-judgment spin. You open Instagram. There, you find a college classmate celebrating a six-figure promotion. Below it, an old roommate shares snapshots of a European backpacking trip. Next, an influencer flaunts a brand new home gym. You scroll and scroll, each image chipping away at your sense of accomplishment. You remind yourself, it's just social media. But with every double tap, your confidence erodes. You promised yourself you'd upgrade your skills this month, yet you haven't cracked open that online course. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different, yet tomorrow arrives and the cycle repeats. This is the defining paradox of modern adulthood. You entered your 20s expecting clarity, stability, and direction. You believed that one day you'd wake up confident, with your career charted, relationships thriving, and purpose crystal clear. But instead, you find yourself scrambling through uncertainty, your self-worth tied to highlight reels you don't even trust. And you're not alone. Nearly everyone around you feels this tension between the polished exterior and the raw inner turmoil. We've become masters at pretending because admitting doubt feels like failure. So we keep scrolling, and the comparison trap tightens its grip. What if there was a way out of this endless cycle of comparison and second-guessing? Act 2. Pressure, instability, and perpetual goal shifting. By now you see the spark that ignites self-doubt. But social media is only one piece of the puzzle. To truly understand this crisis, we need to examine the invisible pressures shaping your reality. 1. Expectation versus reality of adulthood. You graduate, hopeful for a stable career, but instead of smooth sailing, you face late rent payments, unpredictable freelance gigs, the fear that your chosen path might not pan out. You imagine clear lanes on the highway to success. Instead, you navigate a maze of side streets filled with detours. That gap between expectation and reality seeds persistent insecurity. When friends seem to have exact coordinates for their future, you're left wandering without a map. 2. Pressure to appear successful. In a world built on optics, mastery of the public image is key. You polish your LinkedIn profile and post smiling photos from professional conferences. Meanwhile, you quietly struggle with imposter syndrome. You fear revealing uncertainty, so you mask it behind hashtags and filters. This constant performance drains mental energy and distances you from honest self-assessment. Mini-hook, imagine trading your facade for genuine confidence rooted in self-trust. 3. Social media comparison. Each scroll reveals the best of everyone else's life, while you hide the ebb and flow of your own journey. With every picture-perfect meal and every milestone announcement, you feel an invisible ledger tallying your shortcomings. You start measuring self-worth by how you perform against worldwide highlight reels. But this kind of comparison distorts reality and fuels a sense of perpetual inadequacy. 4. Economic and life instability. Skyrocketing rent, shifting job markets, and evolving career requirements keep you on edge. Today's promising internship can vanish in a budget cut tomorrow. Romances that started with hope can splinter under financial strain. Friendships change as people relocate for work. In such a volatile environment, stability feels like a mirage. Each new challenge chips away at the foundation of your emotional security. Mini hook. Have you felt the relentless weight of never knowing what comes next? 5. Unrealistic and shifting expectations. Life's finish line keeps moving. A bachelor's degree becomes baseline. A master's degree follows. The next wave of influencers ups the ante with luxury vacations and early retirements. By the time you achieve one benchmark, a new one emerges. This shifting target ensures you never feel fully accomplished, creating an unending treadmill of chasing ever-elusive goals. Chasing external goals over inner meaning. From the outside, markers of success look straightforward. The big salary, the corner office, the stylish home. But when you chase those external signs without checking your internal compass, you risk living someone else's script. You may climb corporate ladders only to find the summit empty, or collect accolades that leave you wondering why you pursued them in the first place. Mini hook. What if your deepest aspirations aren't on anyone else's checklist? 7. Lack of emotional preparation. We excel at teaching hard skills and goal setting, but neglect emotional resilience. We're confident in algebra, but clueless about coping with uncertainty, self-doubt, or disappointment. When plans fall apart or anxiety surges, we lack the tools to respond constructively. Without emotional training, even small setbacks can feel devastating. 8. The meaning and purpose crisis. Beneath the swirl of activity lies a fundamental question. What am I actually doing with my life? In the rush of work emails, weekend plans, and social media updates, that question hides in the wings. But silence and solitude bring it roaring back. Late at night, in traffic, or during a lonely walk, you confront the void between your actions and your values. That void can feel paralyzing, yet it also carries the seed of transformation. Transition to solution. But there is a way forward, a set of practices that shift the focus from external benchmarks to internal fulfillment. Step 1. Recognize you're not alone. First, lift your gaze from the mirror of comparison and notice the faces of those beside you, friends, peers, strangers. They carry the same doubts, the same hidden fear of being left behind. Acknowledging this shared experience dissolves isolation. When you realize your struggle is part of a collective journey, the burden of perfection begins to lighten. Step 2. Redefine your finish lines. Abandon one-size-fits-all milestones. Instead, ask yourself, what brings me genuine satisfaction? What values do I want to honor? Create a list of personal goals tied to those values. Writing a poem each month, planting a small garden, learning a calming breathing technique. These markers become meaningful signposts guiding you toward a life that feels authentically yours. Mini hook. Picture measuring progress by the depth of your fulfillment, not the height of your resume. Step 3. Build emotional resilience. Cultivate simple habits that nurture your inner strength. Start each day with 2 minutes of focused breathing to ground your mind. Write morning pages, unfiltered thoughts poured onto paper to clear mental clutter. Schedule brief social media breaks to minimize comparison triggers. And reach out to a friend when doubt creeps in, voicing your fears instead of swallowing them. Step 4. Align daily actions with core values. Identify small, consistent activities that resonate with your values. Perhaps it's volunteering at a local shelter, tending to a creative hobby, or committing to honest conversations with loved ones. Even 15 minutes of dedicated focus on what matters to you can spark a deeper sense of purpose. Over time, those sparks build a steady glow, guiding your larger decisions. Mini hook. Feel how each intentional action brings you closer to your true self. Step 5. Celebrate incremental wins. Adulthood isn't about monumental leaps, it's a series of small strides. Did you speak up in a meeting? Celebrate. Did you admit a mistake and seek help? Celebrate. Did you survive a disappointment? Celebrate. By honoring each step, you reaffirm that progress is nonlinear and worthy of recognition. Step 6. Cultivate a supportive community. Surround yourself with people who value authenticity over image. Share your uncertainties, goals, and learnings with those who listen without judgment. Limit contact with feeds or relationships that stoke comparison. Seek out groups, online or in person, where vulnerability is encouraged and mutual support thrives. This network becomes a sanctuary for honest growth. Extended reflection. Over time, these practices weave together into a resilient mindset. You'll find that uncertainty no longer feels paralyzing, but rather an invitation to explore and learn. Comparison loses its power as you define success by your own benchmarks. And unresolved anxiety gives way to quiet confidence born from aligned actions. Closing invitation. The anxiety and self-doubt of your 20s and 30s don't have to be life sentences. You hold the pen to rewrite your narrative. Begin today by stepping off the comparison treadmill, tuning into your inner compass, and setting intentions anchored in your values. Subscribe for more insights on redefining success.